What's up, y'all? I said I was gonna make this video, so here I am. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about why I feel 1 month is one chakra, right? And I'm gonna just cut all the bullshit and get straight to it. So, can I flip this camera around now? Fuck the video up. Okay, cool. All right. So, according to Ayurveda, hope I'm saying that right. Semen, sperm, is the last dhatu of the human body. Basically saying it's the last step of the foundation. So first is child. By the way, I know my handwriting is ass. I know it's trash. Just keep that in mind. So I already know. Just get the message, right? So first is child. Basically lymph, blood, flesh, fat, bone, marrow, and at the last step, semen, sperm, right? And it takes every 5 days, which I guess if you add it all up, of course it will be 35. But some people it can take longer, some people it can take less. If you're younger, I'm pretty sure it takes less, because I mean you pretty much at the end of the week you charge all the way up. Me, it takes me about 3 weeks to feel benefits. So if you're younger, just stay healthy, bro. That's all I gotta say. Getting back to the next part, and I'm explain how the linkage between the chakras is on the next part. I got 2 pages, so I'm explaining on that in a second. So, as I said before, it takes every 5 days. Basically saying, how do I explain this shit? I'm not a teacher. This part right here, this chart right here, is basically explaining how important it is to retain your energy. And basically, literally every 5 days, it starts another section. So every 5 days, it adds more into blood. So as soon as child is already done, then blood is all the way done. But it's not all the way done. It's just mostly done because, fuck. How do I explain my thoughts right here? What point is, we all know, just based off of we all experience this, but at the same time, some people haven't. So I'm gonna explain like this. 1 month, you will feel this is a lot of energy that you're building up in these categories in 1 month. But you see, just like that, all this is empty, which means you still have more to go. So you still have more of the base energy that you need to level up and get under control. So I don't even know if I said that right. And this is some other shit. Forgive me, y'all. I'm not really a teacher. I'm just letting y'all know exactly how I feel. Hopefully I don't bore y'all with my notes and shit. So next part. So here you go with the chakras, right? First is child. Well, this is the whole connections that I have between everything. So first base chakra, that's the child's lymph, and connected to the legs, the spine, and the adrenals. The blood, connected to the second chakra, the sacral chakra, represents the reproductive, the bladder, and the kidneys. It greatly represents the kidneys. I'm gonna explain that in a second. So flesh, the third and the fourth chakra, they run on top of each other's energy. But I'm gonna explain that in a second. So the liver, the pancreas, the spleen, and the stomach for the third chakra. All of that, spleen and stomach, but in all entirely, your whole gut is the third chakra. Everything is run on the third chakra. The third chakra is actually the I guess the factory of the whole body, in a sense. Now, the fourth chakra, the heart, represents the thymus, also the heart, the lungs, lymphatic system, that is. So, I'm gonna explain that in a second, right after I get everything out. So, I mean, pretty sure you already see everything that's left, but the fifth is the thyroid gland and the ears. Reason why it represents the ears is because it has everything to do with sound. I can explain that in another. There might be a little bit more explaining to do, but next is third eye. Obviously, the pineal gland. We all know about that. This is the most known gland in spirituality, and it's the eyes. Technically, this pineal gland is the first set of eyes, but we mostly use this. We mostly use our main eyes, before everything. And then the pituitary gland, hypothalamus, the C and S, which is the central nervous system. Yeah, central nervous system, and that represents the crown chakra. So, let me see. Oh yeah, so third chakra, flesh, fat, bone, marrow, and then semen. That's how it goes up. And starting from the child, I gotta look at two places at the same time. I'll be trying to fuck this video up, but hey, it is what it is. So, base chakra, I'm trying to figure out my thoughts, because I think shit before actually. I swear I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to explain my thoughts. I just come up with it and I internalize it and I absorb it with my own shit. But I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna explain it all just like this. If it takes, for instance, the human body. This literally is everything that's inside the human body, except for women, because they don't have semen, of course. Differently, if you can't get somebody pregnant, you are not a male. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm trying not to get canceled, but some people might need to figure that shit out. So, just if you seeing this, if you're female, just replace it with the brain, because that is basically the composition. The composition of semen, of sperm, is very closely related to brain tissue. That's the reason why. Well, I don't have no picture, but that's the reason why. If you look up testicles, they kind of look damn near similar to the brain. That's also a reason why, if you heard the term "stop thinking with your dick and shit," quite literally, I mean, that's not the dick. That's the balls and shit. But if you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of correlates, as above, so below. Quite literally in the fucking physical body. It's like that. So, yeah. And child, basically, well, the way I could describe that is like, it's the prostate fluid, which is basically semen. That's what that is. And, child, then semen. So, as above, so below. Now, blood. The reason why I said I was going to explain that in a second about the kidneys. The kidneys literally have enzyme. Is it an enzyme or is it a hormone? I might be 100. I might not be 100% right, but I believe it's an enzyme that the kidneys start to release to actually create more blood. And where does the blood start from? It starts from the marrow. As above, so below. So, quite literally, the second chakra has a great influence on the third eye. Actually, it damn sure does, because the third eye, that's where most of your sperm is actually made from. The third eye actually has on a nutrients type of level. The third eye is greatly saturated with vitamin E, and vitamin E is the I'm not editing none of this shit. I'm not editing none of this. Hopefully you stayed this long. It is the fertility hormone. No, it's the fertility vitamin. So you have enough vitamin E, you get all your skin right, you get that is the rejuvenating vitamin. So, and it's greatly stored in the third eye. And also by the third eye. I'm pretty sure most of us know this by now, but stay away from tap water. That shit will fuck up your third eye. Let's say you know that right now. And processed food, because that's highly saturated with bullshit. I can go on a lot about that, but I ain't going into that. So next, the flesh, the liver, pancreas, spleen, and stomach. But I forgot to put in, but it's also the whole colon. So basically, that's really where all your production of how you get everything, how your body grows, all that happens, through your digestion. You can't make bone and tissue and anything which you can't absorb your own food. It's not possible. And at the same time, if your pituitary and your hypothalamus ain't working, if your central nervous system ain't working, all of this is out of whack. This is where the endocrine system is highly influenced. It is the control. You can't have your wires not short circuiting and shit, and then having the whole system in line. It's impossible. Literally going through some shit like this right now. I have my head has been at the end of the last streak. My headaches pretty much was damn near gone. Now they're back, and I'm on 5 days right now. That should tell you a lot. So on the next part, I also said a second ago, there's a high influence between the third and the fourth chakra. And basically on a physical level, right? On the third chakra, the liver, the pancreas, the spleen, the stomach, right? Your liver makes bile. That's how you absorb fat. That's how you absorb fat in the first place. So you can't get to the heart chakra unless you get past the third. You can't get past it. If you can't absorb fat, you can't activate the heart chakra. My condition right now is Crohn's, which is an exact situation where I can't absorb fat that well anyway. So, and I ain't no fucking doctor. I'm just saying my own part. It's my own opinion. Don't come after me. You got some issues, go to your doctor. That's how I'm saying it. So, when my whole situation happened, all this, I felt gut all throughout my third chakra. I felt pain all throughout my gut, which represents the third chakra. So let me see. And then the heart chakra. The heart chakra, thymus gland, heart, lungs, lymph. Now, the thymus gland represents all the master gland as far as the immune system. Your immune system is highly dependent on the thymus. If your thymus ain't kicking and ain't doing what it's supposed to do, you have an autoimmune condition. That's how all autoimmune conditions are. Let me say it like this, which is also the reason why I say the third and the fourth chakra are highly influenced on each other. If your gut has holes in it, if your gut is inflamed, if your gut has any kind of fucking permeability, which basically you got like tiny tears and holes and shit in it, you have SIBO, you have fucking IBS. The quicker you heal your situation and you change your diet completely, you can reverse any autoimmune condition. This is just an opinion. Like I just said, this is just an opinion. I ain't no doctor. But if you quickly change your diet, you do a detox. I can go through a way to detox in a minute, but there's a lot of things I'm gonna have to explain in another video. I don't want to make this video too long, but it might be too long already. So, third chakra highly influences the fourth chakra, and the fourth chakra is the balancing ground. So, as far as the elemental part, right? As far as the elemental part, we have child. So we have child. Basically, that's child is composed of, or should I say lymph? Lymph is composed of protein, fat, and white blood cells and toxins. Basically, that's how your body detoxes. So even though the thymus gland represents all of the lymphatic system, the liver is how your body gets rid of the toxins in the first place. So again, the thymus, the lymphatic system, how all the toxins travel throughout the body. If your liver ain't working, you ain't detoxing 100%. The kidneys are the first stage of detoxing. That's how you filter out your blood, which is the water. But the deeper, the more tighter toxins, they're stored in the cells. The cells, the outer layer of the cells are coated with fat. So, quite literally, you can't activate the fourth chakra until you get past the third. So let me just go to the next part. I can explain that in a whole different situation, whole long situation. It's gonna take me a long time to explain that bitch. So I'm gonna have to say that for another video, but get into the next part. So if you get into the fourth chakra, let me explain. Did I explain that? So let me just say it like this. All the chakras from the first to the seventh represent the human body. Every month, it takes this many days to complete a cycle. Every step is not started into the next step, and then the next step, and the next step, and the next step, next step. So 6 months of this you're basically at the sixth chakra, the third eye, because at the base level of the human body, you have all of the flesh. You have literally everything in order. The human body is composed of all of this. So the base chakra basically means you can't. It's the foundation. What your body is foundation on, you can't build up unless you get this under control. So if you fell off on a high streak, you probably you at 7 months plus, maybe 5 months plus or something like that. I looked up I looked up recently. I looked up a video, but I did my own research on it. It actually makes sense. Basically, it takes 1 month to build up all the energy, but when you release the seed, you pretty much got to start all over again, and you actually release about 3 times the nutrients that you absorbed in that 1 month in one seed. So if you're binging, that's greatly it's highly negative to the whole situation, because you're actually losing all the benefits that you had. If you was up here and you binged, let's say you released 6 times in 1 month, you went from right here all the way down here, nigga. I'm just letting you know. Now, the good thing as being a man, just literally having the discipline, you will slowly get back up, because you're literally holding everything that makes a child. It makes everything that makes you. Think about it like this. Do you want your child to have legs? Do you want your child to have a bladder? Do you want your child to have a liver, pancreas, spleen, stomach, enzymes? You want your child to have, nigga, all this shit is inside your fucking sperm. All of it. So it's all in your DNA. Everything is in your DNA. Your DNA came from your mother and your father. Your DNA came from your mother and father's mother and father, and your mother and father's mother and father, mother and father, mother and father. Point is, all throughout the generations, your DNA was stored and it led to you. So I'm terrible. I feel like I'm terrible with sharing information. I didn't get into the. Did I get into the bone? I can't explain the bone. So the bone, the throat chakra, the thyroid, and the ears. I don't really know exactly how to explain it as far as the ears, except for the throat chakra also represents sound and the communication, and it also represents I guess vibrations is the best way I can explain that. Which also, I mean, you wouldn't be able to hear me if there wasn't vibrations going throughout from my mouth to the microphone of this phone and shit. So that's an example. So now, as far as how I connected the bone to the 5th chakra, the thyroid gland, and all that. Your cells run on a rhythm. Your cells run on a rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Growth, expand. Well, no. Expand, recycle, or like life and death. In a basically, your body has apoptosis, and it has growth. Your body needs the 4th chakra to be in line so it can have proper growth. Yo, I swear. Okay. I'm gonna say it like this. Your 3rd chakra, that's where your liver is. Your pancreas, your spleen, your stomach. Your liver absorbs fats and your body makes certain enzymes like growth hormone and IGF-1. Now, growth hormone comes from the pituitary gland, hypothalamus, right? But your liver converts that to IGF-1. That's how your cells grow. So, but the thyroid gland, the reason why I'm talking about the thyroid gland at the same time, think of the thyroid gland as a relay switch. One thing has to happen before another thing has to happen. It's like a train. It's like a train track, right? The train has to go this way. Some trains have to go that way. Some trains have to go this way. It has to go at a right rhythm. It has to go at a right rhythm, bruh. I don't know if I feel like I explained. I had my own explanation when I wrote it down. I don't know if I'm conveying it right, but I don't know if I explained it right. I'm gonna have to go another video with that one. But point is, for your cells to do what they need to do, they highly are influenced with the thyroid gland. And then the pineal gland, we all know about the third eye. The pineal gland, I don't know exactly how it represents as far as the endocrine system side, except for it's highly, I mean, that's where your seed is made from. I don't know how to explain that shit, but the seed, vitamin E, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm saying that again. I'm not a doctor. But let me just say it like this. Let me go to the seventh chakra, the highest one above, right? The pituitary, the hypothalamus, and the central nervous system, right? Also, by the way, I didn't say this, but the adrenal glands, pituitary, hypothalamus, adrenals, right? That is the main thing. That is endocrine system, and it's all the major parts of the endocrine system. And if you have metabolic syndrome, which I believe I had, or should I say have, due to this whole shit I have been going on, the first thing that happened was stress. I'm just talking about me. I ain't saying this for anybody else. Like I said, go to a doctor. I'm not explaining nothing else. I'm not getting claimed for none of this shit. This bitch is recorded. If I have to prove my shit, I'm gonna put this shit to law, nigga. So yeah. So adrenal glands. Oh shit. I didn't even think about that. So people ain't gonna explain what I'm gonna hold. People ain't gonna be able to understand what I'm about to say, so I'm gonna hold that off. But all of your hormones this is the remote, but this is what actually shoots out the information from the remote. So just like a TV, if you don't have no batteries in this motherfucker, you ain't doing nothing. Quite literally, the reason why people, well, I guess I have a fucked up explanation of this, but the reason why people shoot to the head, your whole body, your whole central nervous system is done. Because if this bitch ain't lying, as above, so below. All this shit is done. Your whole body, represents the whole body is done. Fuck. I don't know if I explained it, the linkage between the chakras right. So I'm just go to another part. I'm gonna go to the reason why I believe mature sperm also turns into stem cells. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't have an exact literature on why it does this. You can look this up yourself. But on a mundane level of all the benefits that we have on semen retention, it comes from this. It comes from stem cells. And pluripotent stem cells are what is what the mature sperm makes. And pluripotent stem cells turn to mesoderm, endoderm, and ectoderm stem cells. The reason why all of your body, people who have retained for like 3 months plus, most people always say that they get more muscle, their structure gets better, their knees start feeling better, they lose fat, and they have a lot more energy. They have a lot more energy. I pointed to blood because you can't get oxygen throughout your body, the proper amount of oxygen throughout your body, and say you have energy. If you don't have oxygen going throughout your body, you don't have energy, bro. I gotta charge my phone and shit. This whole video gonna be fucked up, but I hope you hear what I'm saying. So mesoderm kind of also sounds like muscle, but it's basically saying the flesh, the stem cells that mesenchymal stem cells. Basically, they represent the flesh as far as the organs, the tissue that surrounds the organs. The endoderm, it basically is the stem cells. Endoderm or endochimal, I believe that's right. It says, I believe that's how I say it. Though this is the one that basically turns to the tissue that formed the organs, and then the ectoderm, or basically it's like the skin and the nervous system, basically. And this also, endoderm also represents, it also kind of replaces the nervous system and all that too, but it's mostly the ectoderm that does that. Actually, scratch that. I ain't a doctor. Don't quote me on none of that shit. I'm sharing with you what I feel and also what I looked up. So I ain't a doctor. I'm repeating, no fucking doctor. Don't claim me for one. Don't show this video and say, hey, this is my doctor. No, I'm not, nigga. I ain't got no PE. I don't have no certification or nothing. So this is how your body starts to heal over time on a physical level. Spiritually, you got more things going on. I ain't no guru. I ain't none of that shit. But on a physical level, the reason why you not even on semen retention, but if you're fasting is beneficial, but it's mostly based off of this part. If you are retaining your seed and you're fasting, you get the whole fucking shit. And if you look up the best source of stem cells right now, it will be pluripotent stem cells. And they will tell you it comes from a, what's it called? It comes from the embryo. It comes from basically, what's it called? Fuck. It is called, basically, it comes from a woman right after she gave birth, right? What's the cord that they cut when you're a baby to get you out of the room? I forgot what it's called. Why the fuck did I think placenta? I don't know what it's called. I will look it up, but I ain't trying to fuck the video up any more than it already is. But point is, the cord that they cut, that's where they get this pluri stem cells from. That is the best source of stem cells available. Now think about it like this. Why is it that when you're born, when the child is born, that's when the best source of stem cells is available? Why is it not when right now? Just go inside me right now. Pause. Or inside of a woman. I would say pause, but that's not really pause, because that's not a pause thing. Point is, if you get what I'm saying, why is born? I don't have the exact literature, but I mean, if you look it up, you will see. You could see it. But if someone is born, that's when the best source of stem cells is available. So, I would like to go more into that, but I'm going to have to do more research on that. But as far as other research that I can tell y'all about is the semen, the sperm. That is, I fucked up with the snake, the curling serpent snake and shit. But fuck all that. Fuck all that. So the yin yang, the feminine with a little bit of masculine, the masculine with a little bit of feminine. We are all in balance. This is all duality. You cannot make a woman and you cannot make a man unless you have fucking semen. And of course, obviously, you can't make a man and you can't make a woman if you don't have an egg. I don't have an egg on this picture, but I'm pretty sure you get what I'm getting at. Point is, all this fucking feminist and fucking alpha talking shit, fuck all that, nigga. We all wouldn't be fucking alive if our mother and father didn't get with each other. Some people was born in fucked up ways. Some people was born in situations when we all have our traumas with this shit. But point is, you cannot fucking be alive if your mother or your father didn't get with each other. It's not possible. So, and also the meaning of this picture, the reason why I put the yin yang inside of the sperm cell, right? The sperm, depending on the hormonal level that you have in your body, it kind of highly influences the gender of that sperm. So, and you can look it up, there's both male and female sperm. Why the fuck does a male's body have male and female sperm? All I have to say is that's the higher power I cannot explain. But it also influences why there's both male and female people on this earth. You can't have one. I'm about to go on a rant, so I ain't. This video already too damn long, but let me say it like this: the light represents the masculine, so the more testosterone you have in your body, is highly more likely that you'll have a boy if you retain your seed for a good amount of time. That's why one reason why I feel like there's a lot of fucking women in the world right now is because a lot of people is fucking too fucking much. So all that testosterone that you would have, just going straight down. Go straight down. I don't know exactly what kind of story it was, but we have a lower baseline of testosterone compared to the 1940s to now. It's tanked. I don't know how far it's been tanked. It's because it's been a good minute since I looked it up, but it's tanked. And basically, the reason why there's a lot more females is because there's not as much testosterone influencing more boys to be made. Low testosterone, more women. More testosterone, more men. And this is going to be the final time I say this because I'm about to end this video. I'm not a doctor. I'm explaining my own opinion. If you don't like my opinion, by all means, get a doctor. Follow that motherfucker's advice. I mean, I can't tell you nothing. I can't tell you nothing. Only thing I can tell you is fast, eat clean, do semen retention, and stop doing fuck shit. I mean, I don't know what to say. The point is, I hope you find some kind of knowledge from everything I said. None of this is exactly true. This is just my opinion. So if you like the video, if you like the vibe, hopefully you like the information, hopefully you might actually agree with some situations I've said. If you liked it, subscribe. Talk to y'all later.